Now let us continue with the numericals. Page number 38, example 9. What will be the potential energy of a body of mass 2 kg kept at a height of 10 meter above the ground? The formula for potential energy is U is equal to mgh. U is the symbol for potential energy and the formula is mgh. M is given here 2 kilogram, G is given 9.8, H is given 10. Multiply, you will get the potential energy. Example 10. A bag of wheat weighs 200 kilogram. To what height should it be raised so that its potential energy may be 9800 joule? Use the same formula. U is equal to mgh. U is given 9800. M is given 200 kilogram. G is 9.8 and height we have to find out. Now take page number 42. Solve these numericals. First one, calculate the work done by a student in lifting a 5 kilogram book from the ground and keeping it on a shelf 1.5 meter high. You are asked to find out the work done. When a body is lifted to a certain height, a body of mass m, in order to lift it, the force required is m into g. Suppose you want to lift it up to a height of h. Then the work done is force into displacement. So work done is equal to the force required is mg, displacement is h. This work done is called as gravitational potential energy. That is why we use the formula mgh for finding out the potential energy. So here the work done is the potential energy mgh. Here m is given 5 kilogram, G 9.8, H 1.5. Do the multiplication, you will get the potential energy gained by the book when it is lifted to a height. That gain in potential energy is the work done. Next question 2. A car weighing 1000 kilogram and traveling at 30 meter per second stops at a distance of 50 meter, decelerating uniformly. What is the force exerted on it by the brakes? What is the work done by the brakes? Here the car was traveling at a speed of, consider this as the car, its mass is 1000 kilogram. It was traveling at a speed of 30 meter per second. At this moment, brakes were applied and it stopped after a distance of 50 meter. Here it stopped. Stopped means final velocity is 0. After a distance of 50 meter, it stopped. Final value u is 30 meter per second, v is 0, displacement is 50 meter. So here the force was a decelerating force. Brakes, when we apply the brakes, the force applied is as a decelerating force, means that force causes decrease in velocity. From 30 meter per second it became 0. So here we can find out what is the retardation happened to the car. So use the formula v square minus u square is equal to 2as. V is 0, u is 30. So u square is 900 is equal to 2 into a unknown, s is 50. So you will get A as minus 900 upon 2 into 50. Cancelled. What as minus 9 meter per second square is the acceleration. Now what is the retardation? You know retardation is minus of acceleration. So it will come as 9 meter per second square. So you got the retardation as 9 meter per second square. Now how will you find out the retarding force? Retarding force is equal to mass into retardation. Retarding force is equal to mass into retardation. Mass is 1000 kilogram, retardation is 9. So the retarding force is 9000 Newton. This is the answer for the first part. 9000 Newton is the retarding force exerted by the brakes. Now you are also asked to find out the work done. Work done is force into displacement. So you can find out the work done. Work done is equal to retarding force into displacement. Retarding force is 9000 Newton. Displacement is 50 meter. So you will get it as 4540. That means 45 into 10 to the power 4 joule of work is done. Now question number 3. Calculate the work done when a load of 100 kilogram is lifted vertically by 5 meter. Again here use the same formula. The work done here is equal to the potential energy, that is equal to mgh. M is given 100 kilogram, G 9.8, H 5 meter. You can get the answer. Question number 4. A person does work equal to 2500 joules in climbing a tree of height 5 meter. What is the mass of the body? Here again use the formula. Work done is equal to mgh. Work is given 2500 joule. H is given 5 meter. G is 9.8. Mass you have to find out. Next question. Question number 5, page number 42. Two bodies of equal masses move with uniform velocities 3v and 3v respectively. Find the ratio of their kinetic energies. This question was already discussed. Now, sixth question. A man drops 10 kilogram stone from the top of 5 meter ladder. What is the kinetic energy when it reaches the ground? From the top of from certain height, a body is dropped. Okay, mass of the body is given 10 kilogram and it is falling from the top of a ladder of height 5 meter. This height is 5 meter. What is the kinetic energy when the stone reaches at the ground? According to law of conservation of energy, how much was the potential energy gained by the stone when it was at a height of 5 meter? That will be the kinetic energy when it reaches on the ground. Law of conservation of energy. I repeat, how much potential energy was there with the stone? That potential energy is slowly changing into kinetic energy as it falls down. So potential energy at this point and the kinetic energy here at the ground are equal. So kinetic energy is equal to potential energy, that is equal to mgh. Mass of the stone is given, G is given, H is given. Find out the potential energy. Same will be the kinetic energy while it reaches on the ground. Same question, next part. What is the speed just before it hits the ground? There you have to use the formula kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. Kinetic energy already we have calculated. That was the first part. Mass is given, so v value you can find out. Or at what speed the stone touches the ground. Now page number 42. Questions based on ICSE examination. Second question. A man comes up to the third floor of a building using staircase starting from the ground floor. Another man uses an elevator to reach the third floor from ground floor. Neglecting the friction, compare the work done in both cases. Here consider this as the ground floor and here is the third floor. Ground floor, this is third floor. Two persons are A and B. Suppose A uses the elevator and reaches the third floor. This person A uses the elevator to go to the third floor. Person B takes this staircase to reach the third floor. So here A reaches here, B reaches here. But the vertical displacement happening to them is same. See, H is the vertical displacement happened for A and B. I repeat, A has used elevator, B has used the staircase, but both reaches at the same level, so the vertical displacement happened is equal to them. So consider the masses. It is the masses of the two persons are m each. So work done by A is equal to mgh. M is the mass, h is the height. Work done by B also is mgh because the force exerted by the man B is in this direction and same in the direction of the force the displacement happened is h. So work done by him is also mgh. So m is equal, we have to consider masses as equal, h is also equal, g is also equal, means the work done is 1:1. Equal work is done by both the persons A and B. Then you may have some confusion. The man who climbs the staircase in this case, he is B. This man is climbing the staircase. The man A is using elevator. Naturally, the man B will get exhausted because he is climbing the stairs. So he will feel tired or he will get exhausted. But the man who uses the elevator, he does not get exhausted. And here scientifically we are saying they are doing equal work. The matter here is, in the case of B, the man who climbs the stairs, he does a work of mgh by his own. He himself does the work. In case of the man A, the work done is same mgh, but the machine or the motor of the elevator is doing the work. The man is not doing the work. The machine is doing work in case of elevator. In case of staircase, the man himself does the work. That is why he gets exhausted. So remember, in both cases, work done is same only. Page number 43, question number 3. A body B of mass 20 kg is moving with a velocity of 5 meter per second. Another body C of mass 5 kg is moving with velocity of 20 meter per second, calculate the ratio of momentum. Momentum formula is P is equal to m into v. Mass into velocity will give the momentum. For both the bodies B and C, m and v are given. So find out the momentum separately and then get the ratio. Second part, find out the kinetic energy of B. Kinetic energy formula is half mv square. Since both are given, you can find out kinetic energy of B. Next question 4. Calculate the change in kinetic energy of a moving body if its velocity is reduced to 1/3 of initial velocity. We have to find out the change in kinetic energy. So first let us find out the initial kinetic energy. Formula is half mv square. Mass we have taken as m, velocity as v. Now velocity changes, so kinetic energy also changes. Final kinetic energy is half m. Velocity reduces to 1/3 means v became v by 3. Here not the point. Initial velocity we have taken as v, final velocity v by 3. That is the only difference. Mass is same. So change in kinetic energy is equal to the difference of these two. Okay, so half mv square minus half m v by 3 whole square is v square by 9. So take half mv square as common factor, then 1 minus 1 by 9. That means 8 by 9 of half mv square. That we can say that 8 by 9 of initial kinetic energy. How much? This was the initial kinetic energy. It's 8 by 9 is the change happened in kinetic energy. Next question, fifth one, page number 43. A moving body weighing 400 Newton possesses 500 joule of kinetic energy. Calculate the velocity with which the body is moving. Weight of the body is given as 400 Newton. You know weight is m into g. M into g is 400. G is given as 10. So m we can find out. This m we can find out. Formula for the weight is m into g. So m is equal to 400 upon g. G is 10. So 40 kilogram is the mass. And the velocity of the body we have to calculate. Kinetic energy is given 500 joule. So use the formula. Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. K is given 500 joule. M is calculated as 40 kg. V you can find out. Next question. A ball of mass 200 gram falls from a height of 5 meter. What will be its kinetic energy when it reaches the ground? Kinetic energy of the ball while reaching on the ground is equal to the potential energy which was possessed while it was in the height of 5 meter. We are applying the law of conservation of energy. How much was the potential energy of the stone when it was kept at 5 meter height? That potential energy is changing to kinetic energy while it falls down. So this potential energy at the highest position and the kinetic energy of the ground are equal. That you can apply. So potential energy formula is mgh. Calculate it. Same will be the kinetic energy. Now question number 7. A ball is placed on a compressed spring. When the spring is released, the ball is observed to fly away. First question, what form of energy does the compressed spring possess? It possesses elastic potential energy. Second part, why does the ball fly away? When the spring is released, the elastic potential energy of the spring is transferred to the ball in the form of kinetic energy. Means the potential energy of the spring is transferred to the ball in the form of kinetic energy. Potential energy changes to kinetic energy. So the ball gains kinetic energy. That is why it flies away. Next question, page number 43, question number 8. A girl of mass 35 kg climbs up from the first floor of a building at a height of 4 meter from the ground level to the third floor at a height of 12 meter above the ground. What will be the increase in her gravitational potential energy? Suppose here is the ground floor. From ground floor at a height of 4 meter, there is first floor. This is the first floor. A girl goes from first floor to the third floor, which is at a height of 12 meter above the ground. This height is 12 meter. This is the third floor. So a girl reaches from first floor to third floor. From here to here she travels. So the height travelled by her is 8 meter only, because first floor is at a height of 4 meter from the ground and the third floor is at a height of 12 meter. This girl is going from first floor to third floor, means the displacement or the distance travelled by her is 3 meter. So when she reached from first floor to third floor, what is the gain in potential energy? Formula is mgh. M is given 35 kg, g given as 10, h you have to take 8 meter. This h not down, it should be 8 meter, because she goes from first floor to third floor. So the distance travelled by her is only 8 meter. Question number 9. State the energy changes in the following devices while in use. Loudspeaker. Electric energy changes to sound energy. Second, a glowing bulb. Electric energy changes to light and heat energy. Next question. 10. Name the form of energy which a body may possess even when it is not in motion. Answer is potential energy. Question number 11. A body is thrown vertically upward. Its velocity keeps on decreasing. What happens to its kinetic energy as its velocity becomes zero? Answer is when the kinetic energy is changing into potential energy. As we throw a body vertically upward, its potential energy is going on increasing, same time kinetic energy is going on decreasing. So the change happening is question number 11. When a body is thrown vertically upward, its velocity keeps on decreasing. What happens to the kinetic energy as its velocity becomes zero? That means when a body is thrown vertically upward, its kinetic energy slowly changes to potential energy. Now page number 44. Only selected questions we will discuss here. Fourth question with the title Questions Based on ICSE Examinations. Fourth question. If the Power of a motor is 30 kilowatt. At what speed it can raise a load of 30,000 Newton. Here you have to use the formula. Power is equal to force into velocity. Power is given 30 kilowatt. That means 30,000 watt is the power. Force is given as 30,000 Newton. This value F is given, P is given, V you have to find out. Now question number 6. An engine can pump 20,000 liters of water to a vertical height of 30 meter in 10 minutes. Calculate the work done by the engine and its power. An engine is lifting 20,000 liters of water, means V is given as 20,000 liter. This much water is lifted and it is given 1000 liters. 1000 liter is equal to 1 meter cube. It is given in the question. The volume of 1000 liters of water is 1 meter cube. So its volume is 20 meter cube. We have converted from liter to meter cube. Then density of water is given 1000 kilogram per meter cube. So mass of water we can find out. Volume into density. Volume is here, density is here. So 2 into 10 to the power 4 will be the answer. That many kilograms mass of water. And this much mass of water is lifted to a height of 30 meter. So what is the work done? It is equal to the gain in potential energy, that is mgh. mgh is the work done. M is given, G is given, H is given. Work done you can find out. Then power is work upon time. Work you will get from here. Divide it with the time. Time is 10 minutes. Don't forget to convert it into seconds. 10 minutes is 600 seconds. Then you will get the power.